today. Honorable members, today I'm on the agenda now. We are going to receive a presentation from Advocate Vasu, who is the director at Accord. He will analyze conflicts in Libya, the Sahel region, Mozambique, east parts of the DRC, South and South Sudan. He will talk to the root causes of these conflicts, efforts put in place to find solutions, and for the portfolio committee to locate oversight areas which could guide the committee in its engagements with the department issues. Who is talking here whilst I'm talking? What's happening? Who's that? Can you mute your mics? And I'm not going to warn you next time, because you know you must enter and mute your mics. You only unmute your mic when you are noted to speak. So let us not disturb the meeting, honorable members. So
I'm trying to get in. I can't get in properly.
Who is that?
Tadumbumlwana,
we are a newcomer and you are in and you are disturbing. When you enter,
I'm trying to get in.
You are in. You are not trying to get in. You are in and you are disturbing our meeting as you are entering in, newcomers of Parliament, 6th administration. We are going to mute you. Welcome, Tadumbulwana, to our meeting. So when you enter in the meeting, the first thing that you do, you mute your mic so that we don't hear your conversation, because unmuted mics are disturbing the proceedings and the audio of the meeting. So honorable members, we are going to get that briefing. I know you all got the presentation, but the advocate will present to us a summary of the presentation which you got. We're also going to get the briefing by the department today on its performance and financial reports, and that of the African Renaissance Fund for the fourth quarter, 2019-2020 financial year. And those are the basics and fundamental reasons why we have this portfolio committee today. The agenda, all of us we got. I trust that honorable members have the copies of the agenda in front of them. Is that the case, honorable members? We all have copies of the agenda, right? So I'll take it as if you don't have the copies.
Okay.
If you are quiet. Ne? Okay. So, honorable members, the agenda before us today, it's opening and welcoming, apologies, adoption of the agenda, and I have welcomed all of you. Can we now move for the adoption of the agenda? Can I have a mover?
I move for the adoption of the agenda, Chair.
Okay, Honorable Mpanza moving for the adoption. Can I get a second?
I second the adoption, Chair.
Honorable Swartz seconded the adoption of the agenda of our meeting. Honorable members, I must say this indeed is a historic day in our work of this portfolio committee. It marks a penultimate chapter of our oversight relationship under Outcome 11 of the past medium-term strategic framework 2014-2019, and the deliberations on the 2019-2020 annual report later in the year will finally close this era. Today's portfolio committee also coincides with a very historic event in our country, the Freedom Charter, which is a guiding document of the ruling party, which we cherish so much because it has brought life to our governing party and the strategies in all South Africans, and it has allowed us as the ruling party to be able to give people an opportunity to govern. Hence, there's a clause that says the people shall govern. This month is also historical in the calendar of our country. It's a month where we commemorate the students who stood up against the apartheid system in our country in 1976, and blood was shed for us to attain this freedom, which we are reaping so much today. Now we stand in the shoulders of those heroes and heroines that fell in this month of June. We also welcome honorable members today in this portfolio committee, the positive shift in the developing of the new performance indicators and targets in the strategic performance plans for the current MTSF. We know that the department has turned the corner in terms of facilitating the reporting on its performance based on SMART objectives. We have entered an era of quantifiable way of implementing South Africa's foreign policy. Honorable Deputy Ministers and Minister, it is gratifying to realize that we no longer be bombarded with the old way of accounting to Parliament, with, amongst others, a number of meetings held and engagements participated in without linking such to national interest, contributing to the national priorities for the benefit of ordinary South Africans and the impact on outcomes born from South Africa's participation in a litany of forums. Lessons learned should be reflected in the way we do things in the new normal. Honorable Minister and Deputy Ministers, the department has over time been having challenges with adhering to the required 30-day payments to service providers, which is a mandatory target set by Cabinet, as the practice impacts on the cash flow of small businesses. It needs to stop. We are particularly concerned about the exact reasons why this target is not being achieved. Why would the department not strive to pay suppliers for the services it has consumed? Is this phenomenon in any way related to the fact that the department tries to maintain its cash flows at the expense of the struggling SMMEs and individuals who have rendered services to it? The DG of this department should investigate this matter and provide feedback to the portfolio committee about which suppliers were not paid on time and what the actual or real reasons were. I would like this report available on my desk in August or before that, after the short recess. Honorable Ministers and Honorable Minister and Deputy Minister, I call upon you to expedite the coming into force of the Foreign Services Act. We are also looking forward